Hey, what's going on, guys? Death Nation here, coming back to you again today. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the Xbox 720 rumors a little bit. I'm going to review Saints Row the Third, very quick review, not an in-depth review. And I'm going to talk about the Kingdoms of Amular demo, the Darkness 2 demo, and the Syndicate demo, which are all now available on the Xbox Live Marketplace. So sit down and check it out. Alright, so we're going to talk about the Xbox 720 rumors that are going around right now. Some of the big three rumors that a lot of people are talking about are the Xbox 720 is going to have a Blu-ray player. Obviously, it's probably going to have a Blu-ray player. Yes, Blu-ray, Sony has stake in the actual Blu-ray technology and everything like that, but Microsoft is not going to let themselves get buried by another Sony system that has a Blu-ray player for the next gen. You know, as technology moves closer and closer together, and as more and more games go multi-platform, each console is going to need some way to kind of show its own. And if Sony has a Blu-ray player in the PS4 and the Xbox 720 doesn't have one, the PS4 will definitely bury the Xbox. Lots of people don't want to deal with multiple discs. Lots of people want to be able to just use their Xbox as their media device. I know I use my Xbox to play music, to watch TV shows, for Netflix, to rent movies, and to play games. I use it for everything. If my PS3 was able to know all the in-depth stuff that my Xbox 360 can, I'd use it a lot more than I currently do. Which is kind of why I'm a little bit of an Xbox fanboy. I love everything equally, but, you know. The other rumor we got was that the Xbox 720 or the Xbox Loop, or whatever they're going to end up calling it, will not be able to play used games. Now, as a gamer who purchases a lot of used games to complete a collection, or to have games that I haven't been able to play and we're not able to afford, this bugs me a little bit, but at the same time, I can understand why the Xbox would do this. It's an incentive for developers to develop on their consoles. A lot of developers are losing a lot of money to the used game market. It's not the big three that are really getting affected by the used game market. It's those little developers that put out their games and they're not able to, sustain themselves because of the fact that, the used game market is stealing all their money. They don't even get a little bit of a cut of that. And because of this, if the Xbox doesn't support used games, then that'll give those developers more of an incentive to develop on their console. And if, say, the PS4 does allow used games, that's going to give the consumer more of an incentive to buy the PS4, but you might see a lot more exclusive games coming to the Xbox 720 or the Xbox Loop. The third big rumor that came out was that the Xbox 720 will be 6 times as powerful as the current Xbox 360. Now, that's one of those things where it's hard to tell until we actually see the Xbox 720 in action, or they even reveal it. So right now, all we have to do is wait. I can't wait for E3 this year. I'm quite certain that we're going to get an announcement of the new Xbox, possibly what they're actually calling it. I don't know if we'll get a full reveal, but I think it'll get announced. But, for now, all they are rumors, and that's how we have to take them, as rumors. Now, I'm going to do a quick review of Saints Row the Third. This game, I don't like the Grand Theft Auto games or anything like that very much. I feel that they're too serious, and in a game where, I can run over 1,001 people and shoot people in the face, and they're trying to show that I'm actually kind of a good guy and I don't actually want to do any of this, I don't like them very much. Saints Row the Third takes all that and throws it out the window. Whereas Grand Theft Auto went and became serious, this stayed very cartoony, very off the wall, very outlandish. Basically, You play the leader of the Saints Row gang, the 3rd Street Saints. And you run around this open world trying to take out the other gangs in Steelport, which culminate very nicely with a very nice, very grandiose ending, which has multiple choices. A lot of times throughout this game, you'll come up against pivotal points in the story where you can make a choice and do one thing or another thing. And those choices will affect certain outcomes and certain things in the game. Now, the character creation in this is very, very, very in-depth. You can go through, change your facial structure, change the size of your boobs if you're a chick, the size of your package if you're a dude. It's called sex appeal. There's a lot of voices to choose from, including a very funny zombie one. The hairstyles are nice. It's very in-depth, the character creation. As well as once you get into Steelport and you're able to drive around, it's kind of that open sandbox game. You can go in and there's tons and tons and tons of pieces of clothing to choose from to dress your character in, which was quite nice. I like the customization that this game allows for. It makes my character feel like my character. It makes me get more behind my character and his motivations or her motivations. Because I did turn my character from a dude to a chick at one point, which you can do halfway through the game by going to any plastic surgeon in the game. The other thing that's really good about this, it has a really good level up system. So as you complete more missions, you get respect points, and you get a respect meter. And as the respect meter fills, you get more things that you can spend your money on to unlock. Whether it's taking less damage from bullets, to taking less damage from fire, to being able to call somebody in who will drop off a car for you, or a tank, or even a helicopter at one point. It's quite nice. Some of the flaws of this game. Some of the voice acting that's not like with your character is quite bad. Your character's voice acting is really nice. A lot of the main characters around you, the voice acting is really nice. It's some of those, secondary and, off-the-wall characters that aren't quite main storyline people that the voice acting is quite bad. The controls are usually quite nice. The driving's good, the shooting's good. But when you're skydiving or when you're trying to drive a motorcycle, the controls aren't as tight as they should be. The other problem that I have is they do something cool that if you get stuck like between a car and a railing and you can't get out, that they'll, black the screen out and move your character over and it'll come back. The problem with that is because they added that feature, that happens a lot more often than it should. So, Saints Row the Third is quite a good game. If you haven't bought it, go out, pick it up. At a lot of retailers, I know it's now like $40, and that's for a new copy. Try it out. If you like open world games, if you like sandbox games, try out Saints Row the Third. It's quite good. Okay, now on to the 3 demos that I've been playing recently. The first one is Kingdoms of Amular Reckoning, which comes out February 7th. This game was a ton of fun. I went from playing Skyrim to playing Kingdoms of Amular, and it's like amazing. The combat's is so much better than anything I've ever played in a Western RPG. It feels nice. It's fluid. You actually feel like you have some sort of impact when you hit something. It doesn't just feel like you're hitting a wall or hitting like a log. The other thing was the story was really nice. From what if you played the demo, you know what happens at the very beginning. I'm not going to spoil it here for those people that are waiting to actually play the game. But the story seems really cool, what you're going to go out and do. It starts in this kind of like dungeony underground area, the actual demo. Once you get outside, it looks beautiful. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's amazing. And it's at this point in the demo that the demo lets you know that you have 45 minutes to just play around in this giant playground before the demo will end. I really enjoyed my 45 minutes with it. Something that I thought was that I was going to just kind of pass on was actually turned out to be something that I really, really enjoyed. If you haven't checked out the demo, definitely check it out. I know I played the demo and then I went and I threw my $5 down on Kingdoms of Amular. You might do the same thing. Try it out. Let me know what you think. To me, I think it's going to be a really good game, and it feels a lot like Fable meets Skyrim. And I really liked both games, so I'm really looking forward to the final version of this game. The other demo I played just recently, excuse me, I'm actually homesick from work today. The other demo that I actually just started playing recently was the Syndicate demo. The Syndicate co-op demo came out yesterday on the Xbox Live Marketplace, and I've been playing the pants off of it. It's quite good. It looks really nice. The art style is beautiful. The detail is beautiful. The weapons feel really powerful in your hands. The sound effects are really nice. And the co-op gameplay is quite enjoyable. It reminds me a lot of Left 4 Dead, the co-op. So you and 3 of your friends can go on and take on this one mission. That's all I've seen so far is the one mission on Syndicate. I think that's all they gave us. But you and 3 of your buddies go on and you just run around shooting the crap out of things and trying to complete objectives. The only problem I had was my ammo seems like it's really few and far between. They send a lot of guys at you, and you will die, and somebody will come over and try to revive you, and they'll die, and it'll just cause the entire team to fall. There's an upgrade system, which is quite nice. There's a whole upgrade tree for different abilities that you can get. There's a whole upgrade thing so that you can improve your weapons. And there's a whole upgrade tree for you to be able to research new kind of perks and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying it. I will probably pick up the main game because once they announced that a new Syndicate game was coming out, I was quite excited. So now that I got to play the demo and I'm really enjoying the demo, even though it does have some of those frustrating parts in it, I'm still really enjoying the demo. So if you haven't tried that out, go download it now. It's free, and you'll probably spend hours playing this demo. The last demo I want to talk about is The Darkness 2. I never played the original Darkness. I know like a lot of people did. I was working at GameStop when it came out, and a lot of people were telling me that it was a bad game, so I never picked it up. They're coming out with a sequel, and the demo is available on Xbox, which is where I've played all 3 of the demos that I'm talking about. The Darkness, I had no idea what it was about. So when I wake up being nailed to a cross, I was like, what the hell's going on? Started playing the demo, and I found it quite nice. The only problem was the controls were a little hard to get used to, and the story's a little convoluted that I didn't really realize what was going on until towards the end of the demo. I had a lot of fun with it, though, and that's one of those games that I will wait till it goes used or goes really cheap to pick up, because it's not one of those games that I need to play now. It's one of those games that I'm probably going to want to pick up in the future. But if you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave them down in the comments right down here. I respond to every comment that you guys leave. If you want to get a hold of me, that's the best way to do it, or you can send me a direct message on here. If you like this video, press the like button. If you want to see more videos just like this one, go ahead and subscribe. My name's Death Nation, and I'm signing off. Peace.